on it there. I think it was the pill bug that was sitting there that got him. Got him stuck. So yeah, you can see here. That's what happens if you stand in the tunnel. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm just gonna do it from inside one of these cubby holes because it makes it easy and it's not that big of a deal to be cool and stand out in the middle of the hallway and wait for him. It's hard to tell which way he's coming from, and you just don't wanna do it. Just be a sissy and stay in the cubby hole. But you can see here, I don't even take my own advice. I don't ask me what I am doing when I do this. I just do not know. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I guess I don't think, or I don't. I mean, I just don't do what I do. Do what I do, but don't do what I do. See, my problem is I just get impatient. I get tired of waiting, and that's why I stand out in the middle of the hallway, because I know I'm gonna hit him when I stand out there. When I stand in these cubby holes, I don't know for sure I'm gonna hit him or not. So, you know, when I miss, I get really frustrated, and I just get tired of waiting. Really, I mean, that's as simple as it is. You can see I'm having issues with my Scythe Ultimate actually targeting him because I'm not standing close enough to the hallway. You want to make sure when you do this you stand close enough to the hallway. Otherwise you're just gonna turn around and target the little sacks behind you, or you're just gonna target nothing. So, and also it helps if you point Ryu toward the entrance of the tunnel. That way, you know, if you do mess up, it just goes forward and it doesn't go in some weird direction. So, while we're waiting for this boss to die, let's go over some of the other tedious parts of this chapter. I think the next tedious part is the worm pit, and I speed through most of it so you don't have to sit there and watch it. But what it is this is a giant pit, and it's like 6 or 7 worms at a time, and it's really just you sitting around waiting for the right time to release a Scythe Ultimate, and you gotta land 3 on a worm to kill a worm. So you can tell how boring and annoying it is. It really is just, it's not even fun. I don't know who designed it or whatever, but I tried so many different strategies to get over it. I tried using the Kasuri Gum, I tried using the flails, I tried using my staff, I tried using Dragon Sword. I know it sounds weird, but I tried using Dragon Sword, and I just could not find a better way to do it than just using Scythe Ultimates inside of the little cubby, not the cubby, but inside of the little pit area, and killing them that way. So now that the worm is dead, finally, we're going to move on, save, and we're going to encounter that first worm pit I was talking about. Okay, so we're going to save here, and we're going to move on to our worm pit. So here's the worm pit. Now, when you first spawn this, there's going to be 2 that spawn in your line of sight, and those are going to be the easiest to take out. Now, if you get lucky, you can get others to spawn there and just keep spawning and not have to worry about positioning constantly to try to get the worms to move to where you want them to be. But if you're unlucky like me, you're just gonna have to jump out and hit a worm and then run back in here because it's tiresome and boring. So here you go, you can see I'm speeding through this just because it's very, very boring, and it's just a bunch of scythe ultimates hitting these acid worms, waiting for them to pop up. Once they pop up, you release your ultimate, and you keep doing it until they're all dead. Positioning is very important on this part because the worms can actually hit you from the side there, and you can't hit them, so it's very annoying. I'm trying to pull in essence here. You can go ahead and use, I think I don't know how much of my Nimpo I use, but I think I might use all of it, even my herbs, just because I do not like this fight, and I don't like dealing with it. So we're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna stop talking until this fight is over, unless I think of something else to talk about. Probably a good idea if you are killing these guys by using ultimates that you absorb their essence. They give 3,500 in essence for each kill, so that's why I'm absorbing the essence. That is, if you kill them with an ultimate technique. Sorry, you have to kill them with an ultimate technique for them to view our 3,500 essence. But if you do that, then you're gonna get a ton of essence. You're gonna have, I think I have like almost 800,000 essence by the end of this chapter, or is it next chapter? One of these chapters, this one or next one, I have almost 800,000 essence. So, and I started this chapter with like 420,000. So between this chapter and chapter 10, we're gonna make another 300,000 essence. And a big part of it are these worms. These worms are definitely a huge part of how much essence you get. And a trick you can do is you can move all the way back here, and you can regen your health minus the red, and you know it's a good trick. It's not gonna make anything happen. The worms aren't gonna despawn. They're not gonna go away. However, if you are having trouble with these worms, you can just run right past them. I mean, there's nothing telling you, hey, you gotta sit here and fight these worms, and if you don't fight these worms, you can't get by. No, you can just run right past them. The pathway to the next area is like right there, right across the river. It takes no time at all. You can get there without getting hit at all, but you know me. I'm not gonna skip monsters. I'm not gonna skip fights. Except for that one fight in the tunnel. That doesn't count. But yeah, I don't skip fights. I don't skip anything. I'm going all out. This is 100%. 100% run. Alright, we're out of Nimpo, so that's no fun. You gotta take all these out the old school way. course, I just absorbed a red essence. That's a little unfortunate. You saw earlier I did use all of my devil away mushrooms, so I did decide to do this using all essence I possibly could have, just because I get tired of doing this fight. And it's very, I mean, we've been doing this for about 10 minutes now, so this fight I think actually took me like a half an hour to do in real time. So I didn't really want to, I don't think you wanted to watch me do this for 30 minutes, and I really didn't want to upload 2 videos of me fighting acid worms for 30 minutes. I mean, it's not very fun. So I sped it up. I could have sped it up more, but hey, what are you gonna do? Alright, finally done with the acid worms. Yay! So we're gonna move on. I'm trying to go the wrong way, but that's alright. We're gonna move on. Move up here. Wait for our ninja to spawn. Somewhere up here. Not sure on the exact spawn location of them, but they will spawn. Maybe. Probably not. Okay, guess they're not going to. Alright, this is another very tedious and annoying fight. These fish are so dumb and so annoying, but luckily for us, we can cheat the fish, because they are very cheap themselves. Cheap themselves, yeah. So, equip your spear gun, and just fall straight into the water, and start shooting. If you don't start shooting, they're going to chain grab you to death. If you get caught by these, you will be chain grabbed to death, guaranteed. They chew you up, spit you out, and as soon as you land in the water, another one's going to grab you and do the same thing. So you're just going to sit here, spam your spear gun till they're all dead. We're going to do it twice. We're not even going to do it once. It's not cool enough to do it just once. We're going to do it again here pretty soon. There's 2 chests over here. There's one underneath the water there, and then there is one up one of these ramps somewhere. Here it is. Here's the other chest. Yep, there it is. So we got one of our devil away mushrooms back. We're gonna open this chest. Maybe. There we go. That's a Jewel of the Demon Seal. So we're probably going to save that for now, even though we don't really need to. We're coming up to the most fun enemy in the game, the chainsaw zombies. I love fighting chainsaw zombies. And I'm just going to have a little fun with these guys. I'm going to use the, what are these? The flail. Once I upgrade them. Because forgot to mention, but you pick them up on the ground on this level, so make sure you don't miss those. They're on a dead body. Obviously, you didn't see the dead body because I already have them. So we're gonna upgrade the flail. I think I do use them for a few of these zombies, but they're fun to use. They're not a very good weapon in my opinion. I don't care for them, but whatever. We'll go ahead and actually we're gonna do the test of valor first. So I'm going to stop here and take a little break, and then we'll come back and I will talk about the test of valor.